Greetings, one and all. I'm Dr. C Kiranmai, Professor, Department of Computer Science. Take the pleasure in introducing the VJ differentiators. VNR VJIT is all geared up with its strings tied to define education in the true sense and to take it beyond the rote mode of classroom teaching and learning, fostering various initiatives in line with our vision of providing a value based education, conducting interdisciplinary research in the cutting edge technologies, leading to sustainable socio-economic development of the nation. And our mission to produce technically competent and socially responsible engineers involves students and faculty in innovative research projects linked with academic and industry, using modern pedagogy for improving the teaching learning processes. The roadmap is laid out with the VJ differentiators. Our VJ philosophy is that education is a process of presencing that leads both individually and collectively to one's deepest capacity to sense and shape the future. Based on a synthesis of direct experience, leading edge thinking, and ancient wisdom, it taps into the deeper levels of learning for discovering new possibilities. As rightly quoted by Swami Vivekananda, we want that education by which the character is formed, mind is strengthened, and intellect is expanded. Thus, students at VNR VJIT learn from a higher platform. The students' induction process is initiated through the career vision approach, where the domain specific advancements and innovations are familiarized through the TED videos. Motivational talks by reputed evangelists comfort them in setting their future goals and strategies for implementing the same. Skill and Josh activities ignite the exploratory skills and make them think out of the box. Successful entrepreneurs from the industry and from the alumnus create visualization of their journey, also inspiring them to set it as an opportunity. The Seven Habits of Highly Successful People by Stephen Covey is a regular mantra practiced and published across the institute. The systematic induction process concludes with the senior students' interaction, the matrixing, that throws light on the happenings of the student projects and learnings, publications, the ECA and CCA activities, and all the other general issues in the campus wherein the newcomer will be focused to. The VJ spectral pyramid unveils the phenomenal change in the academic, administrative, and managerial process, greatly benefiting all the stakeholders. Not only the academic procedures that are happening in the college, over and above that, the all round development of the student and all its stakeholders are also taken care to the procedures and the processes well documented in the VJ spectral pyramid. The four phases of the pyramid representing excellence in academics, which gives us the information regarding the roles and responsibilities, the processes at various levels while a student is graduating, a faculty is inducted into the department. The second phase, exploration of knowledge through research, making them aware or involved in the research activities that are happening in the departments and also across the institute, which will throw a light on the cross-domain approach for the student at the first year level itself. Excitement of innovation and entrepreneurship, exponent for development of an all-rounded personality with a global vision and social responsibility. The shadow engineering and the engineer in mirror is for the student knowledge exploration. It throws light on the internships, the industry trainings, the projects, and the publications associated with the industry or a firm when they are working in a team, builds the team spirit and exposes them to the work culture and the developments that are happening in their arena, which they have to focus after graduating from our portals. The Shadow Engineering program was globally recognized and received an award under the category of the Institute Industry Interaction by the World Education Summit in 2013. Wit and will is a procedure which will allow a student and the teacher what am I teaching and why I am teaching. And on the student perspective, what am I learning and what I am learning is an unique initiative for interactive teaching and learning processes that can impress upon the student the importance of the subject and its relevance to a real time application. It has opened a new dimension to explore and learn. This, at the end of every unit, will focus on the student learnings, wherein a WIT report is subjected, submitted to the corresponding teacher, knowing the developments or then an application that they have identified while a particular topic is being covered. This is as an example for the first year, the C programming subject. All the 6 units are laid under each individual application, which will give them an idea to relate to the various procedures that can happen. Why should I learn C at all? Or where in life I can apply it? In the first unit, where they'll be learning the data types and all, this is directly related to when they are exploring after their plus twos to find out which course to take, which college to join, and the collection of all the criteria, the college based, depending upon the infrastructure, the faculty, the teacher, eligibility, their eligibility, and all. So at the final, at the end of all this, when they come to the final unit number 6, so this is a consolidation of the data, their database, which is recorded in the CAMS department of their respective college. Then the VNR lab protocol. The lab exercises are not only the series of experiments focused in the syllabus, but other than that, each laboratory renders to a virtual industry, showcasing the learning outcomes and the objectives that are achieved on completion of the course at VNR. The VNR lab protocol, it showcases the various levels to engage, involve, indulge, accomplish. That is, instead of treating each and every experiment as an isolated module, they are interconnected wholes. It is an interconnected whole which will rather develop into a product at the end of their coursework. The show and tell is an arena that has been created to showcase the project findings, maybe at the course-based project level, or it could be the mini projects or the major projects, wherein the student will showcase their findings to their peers, the teachers, or whoever is coming across, which for a critical and strategic inputs which will enhance their presentation in the final document. A photograph along with their guide is also documented in their project book, which will be carried as a memory when they are completing their course and leaving the portals of VNR VJIET. The teaching learning methodologies, the following teaching learning methodologies will depend upon the topic that has been taught in that particular class. So whichever is applicable, wherein the classroom teaching happens with the chalk and talk. The larger schematic diagrams will be presented through the PowerPoint presentations. POGIL, the process-oriented guided inquiry learning, which would create a teamwork among the students to coordinate with each other before a problem could be better understood and presented to the teacher. The flipped classroom will make a pre-prep on behalf of the student while they are entering the class to learn what are the prerequisites that could be taken into consideration to understand this on a more easy basis. Think, pair and share, the project-based learning, all these approaches depending upon the topic and which would best suited for the student to understand will showcase their learning skills and also give them a chance to have everything happening within the classroom. So this is to relate to not being a teacher-centric learning, but a student-centric learning with an approach of developing some productivity, or rather focusing on a product at the end of their learning sessions. The institute communications. So, whatever is happening in the institute has to be properly documented, which will be an input for the newcomer or to the teachers or the visitors to the campus. The institute academic calendar, an 18-month scheduled activities. It's not a 12-month calendar, but an 18-month calendar with an overlap of 6 months covering the activities based on a day-to-day basis. This will also be an information regarding the various FDPs or the seminars or the workshops that are conducted across all the departments, which will enable the reader to focus on their area of interest and attend the corresponding sessions to gain more inputs or insights on the topic of their interest. The knowledge asset is the profile of all the faculty members of VNR VJIET fraternity, giving information regarding their years of experience, their domain of research, their publications, all this. It's a complete information to any accrediting authorities to find out the strength of the faculty and the resources that are available in the institute. Project compendium, a year ahead, each and every faculty prepares a minimum of 2 project abstracts, and more than that it is up to the faculty. So this will give an idea regarding the areas in which they can guide, the problem definitions that are clearly specified. So when a student goes through this project compendium before deciding for which project they are going to take up in that particular semester, they can approach the corresponding faculty and work on that particular project topic. Project Arcade at the end of the semester, the final semester in the 4th year, the best project is being evaluated by the external source, also external resource person, who are going to grade depending upon the activity or the performance of the students and also the societal benefit it can create at the end when it goes into the implementation. Those best projects are documented in the project arcade, which will be motivating the newcomers also to have a healthy competition and get their names also to be listed under the project arcade. Vijnana Varta, a quarterly news bulletin, covers the day-to-day activities or any specific special things that happen to take place in that particular quarter, which will be documented and recorded. Vijnana Vahini, the institute magazine released once in a year, especially during the annual day, will cover the progress academically, research-wise, the photographs of the final year students leaving the portals of VNR VJIT, their technical and the non-technical activities, maybe a painting or a coloring or their achievement or a new learning, all this will be documented under the Vijnana Vahini. Vijnana Deepikalu is the asset, our students, as a memory when they are leaving their final year, and for them also the information regarding their classmates whom they are going to meet down the lane in their lifetime, their address, their email IDs, all that is properly documented and kept ready for reference. The R&D, the Research and Development Center, it hosts the projects from the departments and on itself also is a platform to independently work on the cross-domain products. The faculty from all departments and also the students get associated and also guided from this particular center, wherein the students will publish along with the faculty, and also there are cases where they have patented their work and it has been published and granted too. Weekend labs. So these 4 weekend labs, the Big Idea Competition VJ Hub, are also hosted at the various levels. At the ground level or the first floor, we have the weekend labs. This activity is open for the students. They are the controllers of that particular space, wherein some infrastructure will be given to them. They can assemble or solder things or create a product, their ideas, to see that how it can be developed into a product. Once in a semester or once in a year, the big idea competition will be conducted within the institute, inviting experts in this particular area from the external industry or academia. So here the projects that have been selected are supported by the management and they deploy it in VJ Hub. A seed amount of 5 lakh rupees is given to the student or to the faculty, whoever are interested in incubating their idea at VJ Hub. The Competency Development Center will give us the complete uh, information, or rather, it also does conduct the FDPs or the seminars whenever required to upgrade the students and also the faculty, and also to bridge the gap between the industry and the academia. The mentoring and training and the placement cell nurtures the student right from its inception, from the first year to the final year, by adding the training sessions along with their academic schedules and making them industry ready, or rather competent enough to face the employer and get the best jobs. Every year, our placement ratio is high in the terms of their pay packet or the number of students being selected for the placements, all these things. The Faculty Professional Growth Planner. This is a unique idea which basically revolves around the various activities like the involvement of the faculty in the governance and the organization, in the day-to-day academic activity, the research activity, and the human resources or the student association. The graph gives us the complete information regarding in which point of this we have spent more time, or rather where was our activity more focused during this particular week. So if it calls for that we need to enhance something more, or we have to spend some more time to enhance our research publication, so that will show us where we have to balance it. So this activity gives the complete information to plan their next week schedule. Every week, every faculty will fill in this particular format, and the end of the week, the graph is ready for them on their desktop to understand the areas which they have focused, or rather which they have to put more effort in the coming week. This is all these differentiators are special only to VNR VJIET, which will enable its faculty and students to involve and to evolve as a best product on either way, giving as taking into a win-win situation. Thank you for your listening. Thank you very much.